Every summer, millions of American children go off to summer camp. Busload after busload of youngsters are hauled from their homes and into the countryside, where they spend their vacation in a lakeside cluster of cabins and tents, playing with children their own age. For the last few years, a unique experience in international living has been taking place. Groups of university students from all parts of the world have come to the United States to work as guides or counselors to American children in the camps. This film is about the summer experience of 30 students from the University of Abidjan. On arriving in the United States, each visiting counselor is sent to a camp for the entire summer. There he is assigned to watch over a cabin full of children. It's an intimate contact, not unlike parent and child. And from this contact comes the underlying purpose of the International Summer Camp Program, the interchange of cultural experiences.
Rav, put your, what is it, laundry bag.
No, with me.
Okay, put the business suit out. Just get out there. Out to finish your washing.
You make something in the wood or the I wish I was with you, having a good time. We all miss you very much. Love, Lisa. Your little sister? Younger sister? Okay. That's very nice,
Here at a camp in Upper New York State, Robert Alasani from the Ivory Coast teaches the children in his cabin a song from his West African tribe, while he learns the famous American camp game, the scavenger hunt.
We just have now a scavenger hunt. It consists on getting on a collection of things. 10 dead flies, 1 live frog, 1 live fish. And anyway, this game is really exciting. You see them, running everywhere, and trying to collect the most possible things they want, they can collect. And it's really funny, They bring, for instance, 10 flowers, but the same kind of flowers, and they have to go again. And sometimes they bring some frogs already dead, and it's useless.
I found a frog here. Here, I found a frog. Take it to Robert, quick, come on, take it away.
It seems that all of the American kids are really very lively, full of life and energy.
Here are the flowers anywhere.
Shibobo.
Shiba.
Shibobo.
Shiba.
Amana Sequoia.
Segusa.
Amana Sequoia.
Segusa.
Amana Sequoia.
Segusa.
It means we are happy to be together. We are having a great deal of fun being together.
200 miles away, at another camp, in the farmlands of New Jersey, Ivorian Mahilet Narcisse learns an American two-step jazz dance. In exchange for a lesson on how to build a traditional African animal trap.
You are man, not girl.
One day I took my group of campers into the wood to show them how we trap animals in Africa. They were particularly interested in the traditional Africa, things like customs and dances and that kind of thing. And we had quite a bit of discussion about it.
Okay? Yeah?
But this particular day, as we were working, they started asking me questions about modern Africa too.
Is there any jungles like this in Africa, or are they thicker? The wood, are they thicker?
Yeah. In my country itself, I mean in Ivory Coast, we have a big, a dense forest like this.
What kind of animals did you have in that?
Many kinds.
They have beavers or?
Yeah, deers, lions, many kinds.
We don't catch food like you do in Africa. Instead, there's a grocery store where we go and buy. Yeah. And and everything else, there's another store you can buy. There's always so many stores where you can buy stuff that you need, like clothes, food.
Yeah. How do you think you live in Africa?
You have to catch your food. You have to make your clothes.
Oh, no.
Not grocery stores.
No.
He does in the city.
No. You know,
The same way, just you live the same way.
wait a minute. You have a bad idea of Africa. Africa is not like, Africa is not something like a bush.
Jungle.
A jungle, no. So Africa is something like United States.
Cities.
We have cities. We have
We
our food. We get our food from markets, as you do here.
We've got places where...
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Mohammed, and I hope will lead us in an African song.
More than 1,000 miles away, at another camp, on a farm in northern Illinois, 3 students from the University of Abidjan join a group of American children in the traditional barn dance.
There is so much variety in American music. There is blues, rock, and folk music. And there is that one folk music called the barn dance, in which you dance in a group and change partners while you are still dancing. It's a lot of fun. It looks like some of our dances in West Africa.
At the same camp, sitting inside an empty corn storage silo, Alain Baki explains the significance of the panther as a token object to his tribe.
My tribe, the totem animal is the panther. One day, a warrior of the tribe lost in the forest. And he spent a long time searching for his way, and he was starving to die. It was necessary for him to find a river or a well, something else, where he could drink and get food. So he saw a panther. He just tried to follow the panther, follow him a long way, and the panther led him to a river. So he got water to drink. He just walked along the river and he got to his village. Since that day, he told to his people, not to eat panther meat.
No one eats panther meat?
No one in my tribe.
Because of this animal?
Yes, because of this animal. And that's what we call in Africa a totem. Our totem is a panther.
Is it ever a combination of like a man, like half a man's body and half an animal's body or something like this?
No.
Not in your tribe?
It's just the right panther, the right animal.
Barkeem, can I ask you, when you have children, will you tell your children the story of the panther?
Yeah. I have to maintain the tradition.
In the heart of New York City, Ivorian Sarata Touré learns a popular children's chant from her group of YMCA day campers. And in exchange, teaches an African dance from the heart of Abidjan. On the other side of the American continent, in the mountains of the California Pacific coast, Emmanuel Naji takes his first ride on a trail horse with wide-brimmed hat and spurs, like an American cowboy, and teaches an African children's game from his Ivorian tribe, the Abidjan. For Senegalese Sheikh Assar, the summer was one continuous exchange of games, stories, and songs.
After eating, everybody is very great, and so we sing. We love somebody, for example, me or another one, and everybody think we love you, chica. Oh yes, we do. And they say keep around the room, frog around the room, or something like that. They ask you to do something around the room, and you have to do it. Everybody give you a hand, and that's very, very nice. That's very funny, you know.
About Africa, I think, and you're going to ask me some question like to answer.
Where do you live?
Yeah, I live here, Senegal. This is my country.
of Chinese staff all over there. And my friend Ink live here in Ivory Coast. And I'm studying.
Do they have oceans in here?
Sure, we have horses. You look at how kind of animals we have. We have an ostrich, look at dromedary. All kind of animals you have here, except the bison and some more animals.
They have canoes?
Yeah. You know, this is Africa, this part only. Like,
This
yeah,
big thing
this
here?
part. This Madagascar is considered from the African country. Yeah? What kind of food? We eat
Do you have
meat.
mashed potatoes?
Huh?
Have mashed potatoes?
Well, we have mashed potatoes, but that's not typically African, you know. In Senegal, the typical plate is rice with fish. Cheboudian, the name is Cheboudian in Wolof. Or la, that's made with naan.
What do you use to hunt with?
They use bow arrows or spear.
Where's that?
That's Ivory Coast. This is a post office.
Post office?
Yeah, post office is a big one, yeah.
That's Africa?
Yeah, in West Africa.
Whoa, wow.
This is another picture of Abidjan, Ivory Coast. In
Do
some
you
parts,
live in a village?
I don't live in this kind of house, but in the village, the little village,
Those are
yeah,
huts?
they live in this kind of village.
That's
For me, I'm Muslim and I had to live in a Lutheran camp. At the beginning, I thought that must be very hard to live as a person who don't have the same religion, but I had to see that's not very hard. You know, when you, even you are Muslim or another religion, when people are praying, are making something for God, you can participate. You know, because we believe in the same God, I think that, so it's not too hard to participate in this program.
Glory, glory, rise and shine, and give God the glory, glory, rise and shine, and give God the glory, glory, children of the Lord.
In this Christian camp, it is a tradition to celebrate Christmas in July, as well as in December. A reminder to the children that the spirit of Christmas is not confined to one day or one season. For Sheikh Assar, a Muslim, 4,000 miles from his home in Senegal, this was an experience he would long remember. At the end of the camp period, the African students gather once again, this time to tour the United States as guests of American families in over 20 cities.
I'm from Ivory Coast, West Africa.
Africa.
You ever been to Africa?
Nope.
What do you think you'd find if you went to Africa? What kind of things?
I don't know.
Well,
I found a horse.
A horse, that's good.
that's true.
What things do you grow primarily at home?
We grow rice,
Yeah.
potato, sesame, sesame,
Sesame?
sesame,
Yeah.
sesame. And in Africa, our way of playing is a little different, you know.
And sometimes they use, I don't know if the name in English, they call it jachère.
Jachère.
You know,
Yeah,
you
means,
use this part
yeah,
this year, and another year you use it for another thing.
And
You know.
you leave,
Rotation.
you
You leave
leave
your
first,
vacation.
Do you have machines like this in Africa?
Maybe in public farms, maybe.
Yeah.
But,
Sometimes the government has
government.
farms and they can make milk to buy.
Yeah.
So they have the machine like that.
Concernant mon expérience la plus importante, quand je vous ai parlé de la vie américaine,
Concerning my most important experience here, I found out many things about American life,
j'avais quand même des préjugés.
and I must confess, before coming to the United States, I had some prejudices about segregation.
Concernant les Américains blancs. Et d'après ce que j'ai lu, il y avait une grande différence.
According to what I had read there,
aux États-Unis.
there was supposed to be a big difference between the colors in the States. But I can assure you that in the group of people I lived with, it was completely different. The Americans don't really worry about color differences. That was the impression I got.
Pour moi, ça c'est mon impression.
Je peux dire, par exemple,
I must say that it is in the newspapers where we get most of our information about what is happening between black and white. I know there is a problem. I know it is true. And there is a lot of defects in solving the problem. I also know that in the newspapers, especially the sensational newspapers, we often see only the bad side of things. But there are some whites that are really marvelous and some blacks that are marvelous. I know that the problem of racism exists, but it isn't all bad. And I think it is wonderful that there are really concerned people who try to understand the problem.
J'ai trouvé ça merveilleux, tu vois, qu'il y a des gens quand même qui essaient de comprendre.
Some could say that I was placed only in selected groups, but I saw many people on my own and understand and appreciate them.
Coming here, I got some standard ideas about American people. I think I imagine them just like kind of machines, robots. But I think that I found people like me, like people at home, and in that camp where I worked as camp counselor, I just felt like home. And it was a great experience.
Je m'attendais à trouver pire ici. Je pensais, d'après ce que j'ai lu dans les journaux, d'après ce que
I was expecting to find it worse here. I thought after all I've read in the newspapers and seen in the film that it was a real open war going on, between whites and blacks. But I was satisfied, agreeably satisfied to find whites and blacks working together. I was really happy to have good white friends here. And I believe that the future is very good for the two races. And one day we can all get together on good terms as real human beings. There is certainly prejudices to be gotten rid of, but I believe it will happen in due time.
The last night in America. The 30 students perform a farewell dance to their American hosts. A farewell to an odyssey that neither the Americans nor the Africans will ever forget. The summer was over.